Good morning everybody, or good afternoon or good evening. Today's story is from France and it's called
The Speckled Hen. One day a speckled hen was scratching around for worms when she noticed something lumpy half buried in the ground. As she scraped away at it, the miller came along the road. "Silly bird," he scoffed. "What a waste of time scratching in the ground like that." "Not at all," said the speckled hen, and with one tug of her beak she pulled out a purse which fell open, spilling 10 gold coins on the ground at her feet. "That was time well spent," she said. The miller eyed the gold coins. "What a bit of luck. 10 gold coins is just what I need. Lend them to me and I'll return them in 8 days. The speckled hen was a kind bird. "Very well," she said, and she gave the coins to the miller. 8 days passed, but there was no sign of the miller. The speckled hen realised that her coins would not be returned. "I shall go to the miller's house and get those 10 gold coins back myself," she said. Along the way she met a ladder by the side of the road. "Where are you going, speckled hen?" said the ladder. "I'm going to see the miller who owes me 10 gold coins. Will you come with me?" "Yes," said the ladder. "Very well. Get inside of me," said the speckled hen, and the ladder jumped down her throat. A little further on she came to a river. "Where are you going, speckled hen?" asked the river. "I'm going to see the miller who owes me 10 gold coins. Will you come with me?" "Yes," said the river. "Very well. Get inside of me," said the little speckled hen, and the river jumped down her throat. The speckled hen walked on into the wood. There she met a wolf. "Where are you going, speckled hen?" asked the wolf. "I'm going to see the miller who owes me 10 gold coins. Will you come with me?" "Yes," said the wolf. "Very well. Get inside of me," said the speckled hen, and the wolf jumped down her throat. The speckled hen walked on until she came to the miller's house. She marched straight inside and asked the miller for her 10 gold coins. The miller just laughed. "I knew you were a silly bird," and he seized the speckled hen, carried her outside and threw her into the well. The speckled hen thought fast. "Ladder, ladder, come out of me," she cried. At once the ladder jumped out of her throat and the speckled hen climbed out of the well. She marched back to the house and asked again for her 10 gold coins. The miller was angry when he saw that the speckled hen had escaped. He grabbed her with both hands and threw her into his oven. The speckled hen thought fast. "River, river, come out of me," she cried. At once the river jumped out of her throat. It put out the oven fire, burst open the door, and the speckled hen bobbed out. "I won't be made a fool of," shouted the miller, and he snatched up the speckled hen, took her out to the stable and threw her among the oxen's heavy feet. The speckled hen thought fast. "Wolf, wolf, come out of me," she cried. At once the wolf jumped out of her throat. He chased the oxen out of the stable and then he chased the miller over the hill and far away. The speckled hen soon found her 10 gold coins under the miller's bed. "That was time well spent," she said happily, and off she went home.
Well, that's a nice story, Mama.
Bye everybody.
Bye.